Beyonce gives me a weird vibe too. I feel like she's probably not even nice in public.
Probably not.
You meet her, she's like, okay,
Right.
ew, hasn't touched me. Yeah, she seems like the type to fucking wash her hands after she shakes your hand.
Pull out a wet wipe.
Yeah. All right, big dog. All right. We're in there.
Oh,
yeah.
Somewhere.
Hell yeah. Welcome back to Just Joking. I'm Justin. Jimmy couldn't make it. He's got a hangnail. I have a very special guest today. Entrepreneur, young businessman, ambitious go-getter. You can catch him detailing cars with his business, IQ Details, mobile detailing. You can find him in various other entrepreneurial endeavors, inspiring young minds and helping people grow their businesses at Linden Point Development. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Linden Point Development Corporation. And his other entrepreneurial endeavor he has gone right now is
Crafted Strategies.
Crafted Strategies with a Q. Mm-hmm. Don't forget that, with a Q. Yeah, with a Q. Welcome to the studio. My main man, Q, Quentin Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's start with the Crafted Strategies. What do you do there?
Yeah, so Crafted Strategies is essentially a social media marketing firm. So we kind of try to target some of those smaller businesses and help them form, whether it's a posting calendar or just, tips and tricks on, what to post on social media and things like that. We just kind of try and help them with anything social media related, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, a little bit of ads here and there, SEO, different things like that.
Okay. I need to hire you with all this YouTube money I'm not getting. Maybe you can help me get the YouTube money so that I can pay you.
Yeah.
So I am not an expert marketer, but we have fun here. That's the main thing. I figure if we have a lot of fun, people will see that, and then the money will come eventually as long as I keep working hard.
Yeah.
And I know you're a hard worker because you got about 16 jobs. You also work with me in the food and beverage industry, hospitality, taking care of rich folks, making them happy.
Right.
So have you ever thought about talking to the people at our company about doing social media stuff or marketing stuff?
I mean, I have. One thing that I kind of always take into account is a lot of the businesses want to hire someone full time.
Oh yeah.
With my firm, it's more so like contract. It doesn't necessarily have to be a contract, but it's, more so part-time.
Yeah, freelance.
I usually will do it throughout the week, or we'll schedule meetings here and there, but it's not necessarily where I have to give them, 40 hours a week or whatever that is. So
yeah,
a little bit more free, able to move around with it.
Yeah. So if you did 40 hours a week for every job you have, every business you're running, that
wouldn't work.
2,050 hours a week.
Right. Yeah. So try to be able to kind of work around and kind of show up when I can.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you're what struck me about you is I always enjoy talking to you because you're young, you're just on the cusp of 20 years old. Yeah, so you're not even 20 yet. You have two businesses, or one's more of a
one is full time.
Yeah,
portion.
You have an LLC for the detailing. Yeah, okay, and then the other one is more of freelance.
It's in the starting phase. I have a few smaller clients, but I haven't necessarily did any outreach in it to take it a little more serious yet.
Okay, so it's more in the R&D phase. Mm-hmm. Nothing concrete on paper yet, but it is a working to
establish it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. I feel like it's rare to see someone so young with so many goals and so many things you've already accomplished. You're like making noticeable progress towards your goals. How did you like get started on this journey? What made you want to be an entrepreneur, a businessman, just all around hard worker and get into the money?
Yeah, so started out just always having my dad there for me. He didn't necessarily take the business route, but he always showed a strong like work ethic. Like he had me at 19, so he was really young with me. Had to have multiple jobs to kind of balance what we had going on. So growing up, I always saw him hustling, trying to get it where he could. With that being said, I never was really like I was never really content with asking for too much. I kind of wanted to work for things. So like my first ever PlayStation, I saved up birthday money and bought it on my own because I didn't want to ask my dad for one.
Hell yeah.
Different things like that. So I want to say around 14 or 15, I took advantage of like Facebook Marketplace and reselling. I would like resell old shoes and different things like that. It got to the point where I would go on there and buy other things for really cheap. I'd buy like monitors, for instance, for $40, but buy 5 of them from somebody and then sell them for $100 each. And I was doing that at 14, like making honestly close to what I make now. Like it was good. For a good while until the market got a little bit more saturated, but that was like a good start to everything. Just being able to resell and make a lot of money doing that. One limit was being so young. I had to have my dad come meet people with me and oh, Dad, can you bring me here? And all those things. So that slowed everything down. But
the ease of motion was a little bit leaving something to be desired.
Yeah. So that was good. And then from there, I always knew that I kind of wanted to be the one in control in how much money I make. I always tell people that I believe with being a businessman, you get out what you put in. Like I could go work a full-time job and I'm set to, my wages. Whereas in business, I feel like if you put more time in, you should get more money out. If you put less time in, you get more, or you get less money. So
makes sense.
Kind of that idea where if I want to be lazy one day, I'm just not going to make money.
Yeah. You have to accept that give and take.
Right. And then you also get to like control your schedules and different things like that. So I don't have to necessarily wake up and get forced to go to work every day.
Yeah.
At a certain time. I can work late nights. I can work early mornings. I can take a day off here and there and not have to call a boss and different things like that. So
yeah. I mean, I think that's a huge, motivator for a lot of entrepreneurs and freelancers. Like I know I also like, I've always been a night owl, so I'll catch myself up, editing till 4 or 5 in the morning, right, a lot of nights. And it's like, I like to have a little more freedom in my schedule. Like I've pretty much always been working a job, but I always have something on the side too, right, something creative or some kind of side hustle. I pick up gigs here and there, of course I'm doing this now. And, hopefully I'll get something back from this. But I get that need for freedom. Like, so your dad, he hustled out of necessity. And then that inspired you to want to have that same work ethic, but also build on top of that and create your own little empire, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what, out of all the things you're doing right now, what do you find like the most fulfilling? What's the one you really get excited about when you wake up every day?
I mean, I would say detailing. I mean, it's a love and hate relationship though. There are days where like my back's already kind of it's giving out already. We're 2 years in. There's days where I'll wake up really sore, or, aching in pain, or don't want to detail. But the good thing about that is like throughout the summer or throughout the winter and stuff, it slows down a little bit. So I'm able to have like more time to focus on like content and other things and not have to necessarily detail every day.
Yeah.
But it is like relieving, like I was telling you, to have a warm weather week and have people randomly, without doing any sort of outreach, calling and texting you about getting their cars done. And, these are new faces, these are old faces, all of those things. So waking up and seeing, all of those texts and phone calls makes me feel like I did something. So
Yeah.
I'd say that. I mean, there are, like I said, sometimes I might I might have a 10-hour work day and just be like, I don't even want to do this. But I mean, it's good money. You meet a lot of people. You have a lot of funny, random interactions. Every car is different.
Yeah.
Every person's different, and like, I mean, I don't know. It's cool to succeed in something that you created.
Yeah, you built it from the ground up, and now it's its own ecosystem, and you're, it's a big part of your life. It's almost like a family member. It's got all these unique personality traits you didn't foresee, and you got kids running up to you like, "Hey, can you detail my bike?"
Yeah. I've had there's been a few times, like probably within the last year or so, where I might attend like a networking event or something, wearing like one of our company like quarter zips, and someone will say, "Oh, AccuMobile Details, are you one of the owners?" And like I've probably had 5 people ask like, "Oh, I didn't know who. I've heard the name before, but I couldn't put a face to it." And that kind of like, makes me feel good. Like they've, heard about us, and
yeah, you're getting some traction.
Yeah, different things like that. So
that's awesome. Cool. That's awesome. I wish you the best with that. I hope it keeps on growing.
Thank you.
So your dad, you say you kind of get your work ethic from your dad. Let's talk about family stuff. You said you have one brother, one sister?
Yeah, that I live with, and then I have 2 other brothers.
Yeah,
that I don't stay with, but I'm actually the oldest child.
You're the oldest? Okay. So what was it? And you said the 2 you live with, and has that always been the case?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My other 2 brothers live with my mom, so I'd go see them. They're getting a little older now, but it was more so always. Originally it was me, my dad, and then my stepmom now. She's basically been there my entire life. So, I mean, she's always been there to talk to, and she's a little bit more. I mean, my dad was always hardcore on me, like sports.
Yeah,
the worst. I remember like Pee Wee's midgets. Us like during conditioning weeks, I'm throwing up and crying, and my dad's, "You got to get back out there." And, so it was good to have someone to kind of, I don't want to say baby me, but be a mom,
someone with a softer touch,
right? Yeah. So she's always been there for me, and her humor is a lot closer to mine. I mean, my dad sometimes could be a little serious, and she's more in tune with like social media and things, so I can talk to her about things like that.
I get it. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, my stepdad is I think he married my mom when I was like 8, I want to say. So, and he's very cool. Yeah, it's flipped. He's very mellow and just kind, just a sweet guy, and my mom would be the hard one, very aggressive, but it wasn't like, you got to be the best. It was
right.
It was not as positive, as well-meaning as that. But no, my stepdad is, he's the only dad I've ever known. I call him Pops. He's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
He's awesome. Yeah, it's good. You need I always like to talk about balance. Like that's good that you have, your dad who's like really pushing you and hard on you, but obviously he loves you. Like he's not
right. Yeah, he wants what's best.
You don't feel like he's just, beating you up. He's not just an asshole for no reason. Like he's trying to bring the best out of you. But then you got your stepmom is gentler and nurturing. You need the yin and the yang. You need,
Yeah, I actually have the word balance is like the main piece of my sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I knew I liked you for some reason.
I got that. I mean, it was essentially, I mean, the whole portion, like my whole arm sleeve, basically, it's all broken down into like different beliefs that I have. And I think that balance, I mean, you have to have balance in everything. Like you were saying, there's balance between work and school, work and personal life, friendships, relationships. I mean, day and night, everything, like everything you have to be able to balance, physical, personal, emotional, everything has to be, you can't kind of rely on one thing too much, kind of be able to spread out the love, spread out the hate.
Yeah. Especially in relationships. If a lopsided relationship is just draining, for parties, really. Like if you're the one giving more, it's draining physically, spiritually, emotionally. And if you're the one who's not doing their part, then I got to think, unless you're a sociopath that's weighing on you in some way, it's going to be emotionally draining at least.
Yeah.
You know, you're not striving to be the best version of yourself. You know, you're not, you know, and who knows if how long that person is going to keep showing up if you're not, you know. So yeah, that's one way. You know, the name of my company is Imbalance Media. Yeah. Not imbalance because I have a chemical imbalance, but in with an N. So it's got the little triple beam scale.
Yeah. The one thing like that I struggled with balancing that I always kind of try and work on is the work-life balance. Like being an entrepreneur, there's a stereotype that an entrepreneur would rather spend 60 hours a week working on their own stuff than rather than just going to get a full-time job. I see funny memes about it all the time because it is the truth. There are weeks where I will literally double the amount of hours that someone would put in a full-time job doing my own thing.
Yep. Because it's yours,
right?
You know? You just want to go, but you want to also like feel like you did something, not just make money for other people.
So that's one thing that I try and find that median with, because there are times where like I might go to work at my internship, for instance. I might go there for 6 hours, come home, and end up working on work for another 4 hours. Now I need to go say hi to my family, at least go to the gym, do different things like that. But it just keeps getting in the way. I'm at the gym answering phone calls and texting clients, and sometimes I have to be able to say like, let me, put my phone away and focus on this. Let me go play the game with my little brother. He's 6, go outside with him, do different things. Yeah. And not necessarily focus on, work as much. And that's something that sometimes I struggle with, but
yeah, understandably. I mean, that's that give and take of like, you could go do your 40 hours a week and then, not answer when your boss calls and asks you to pick up a shift, and you just, and it's funny too, because usually, from what I see, employees are drained the rest of the week. They only work their 40 hours, but then they're avoiding, they're like, oh, you couldn't pay me to go to that place when I'm not working. They avoid phone calls. They're not, trying to pick up shifts, and they're at home just drained, just watching TV or like, the smoking, drinking, whatever, which I don't, do that, have fun. But it's like, they're just doing anything to like escape, recover, decompress, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It's like they're giving everything in those 40 hours. But then you have, people like you who are doing 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week, but somehow you still have like, you have a good attitude. You still have energy when you walk into the room. Yeah. People are like, oh, who's that guy? What's he do? He does everything. You're like, oh, really? Seems like he's, full of life and energy.
Right. Yeah. I think that's another part of being a businessman, is that like, I kind of want to always look presentable. There's times where I might wake up in a pair of pajamas and want to say, oh, let me throw a hoodie on and go grab some food. Yeah. But instead I might say, oh, maybe I should shower first and throw some clothes on just in case. You never know who you'll meet. And I always try and put my best foot forward, always look presentable. Yeah. You never know who you're going to walk into. So making sure that you're ready to go, for any sort of anything, really.
Yeah. And you look good, you feel good. I've always believed in that,
Yeah, it's definitely true.
I mean, I'm not like, trying to dress up for the pod. My main thing here is like to be funny, be entertaining. So, yeah. But I mean, still, my shirt's clean, I got a new hat. It's bright. I don't know if I can show the logo. I probably shouldn't have worn this. But
put your logo over top.
Yeah, I should
tape it on there.
I should. Whatever. Shout out, Bass Pro Shops. Good hats, cheap. Not a sponsor. But yeah, no, I believe that. Look at you look good, you feel good. We'll talk more about business. Let's talk leisure and recreation. I know you like to play basketball, right?
Yeah.
So how often do you play?
I mean, usually I like to go about 2 days a week, probably. Yeah. During the summertime though, we'll go 3-4 plus days a week. Even like with detailing and stuff. It's really good conditioning to keep at it. I might detail for 8 hours, go home, eat something, relax for a little bit, and then go play. I feel like
Yeah. You ever get a call? You ever get a call and be like, "Yo, pull up to the court."
Yeah. That's how we all are. We keep basketball shorts on at all times.
You know what I mean? Like, have you like for a job? They're like, "Hey, I need my Malibu detail," and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just finishing up a game. Pull up to the court and wash it, and then get back honestly, to playing.
That would be nice.
That would be pretty baller.
Sweet, yeah.
Literally. That'd probably be good content too.
Yeah.
You said you're doing more like you're trying to get basketball content, like I guess just overall lifestyle content you're working on, like not just the business, but also, you know, letting people in on your brand, like kind of your personality and what you do. Yeah,
I want to eventually kind of open up a new form or a new realm of content just on its own platforms as its own page, just more so day in the life. Like it might be basketball content. I have my glasses that I record on.
Yeah.
So a lot of POV of me just walking around doing random things.
This guy's rich. He has Meta glasses. Rich.
They're good for detailing content.
New sponsor.
Yeah, I need the Gen 2. So if you guys want to hook me up,
yeah, if you could,
this came out.
If you want to go to Q's GoFundMe,
right,
and throw him some cash for the Gen 2 Meta glasses.
Yeah, Isaiah, my business partner, has them, so I'm a little jealous.
Okay,
but so he got his too, so it's cool because we'll record like a POV video detailing, and we'll be able to switch between like me and him.
Yeah.
And like keep the content rolling. If one of our glasses like die and we got to charge him, we have the second person and different things like that. But now he has the Gen 2s, and I feel like I got to play catch up.
Now, what if you just have two pairs of the Gen 1s? You wear them on top of each other. Does that do the same as the Gen 2?
Technically, 1 + 1.
That was 2. That was so stupid. Real highbrow stuff here. You know, we keep it smart. Well, that's cool. So you're hooping. You're out there getting cool content. What else? What else do you like to do? You play chess?
Chess is one thing that I've never. I want to understand it.
Yeah.
I've learned it like 3 times, and I can't remember what every piece does.
I don't think I've played chess since I was like 12, and I was never good at it.
Yeah. It's one thing that I need to learn. It's a lot of. I like to do little things that require like a lot of like mind. You know, use your brain,
strategy. So.
Right.
Brain power. It is like people go nuts for chess, man.
Oh yeah,
it does seem like a good way to network and like meet interesting people.
Right.
Like people who play are like very passionate about it. I would love to one day. We were talking about going to New York earlier. Because I've actually never been. You said you've been
to parts like Buffalo,
not actual like the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go sometime. I've always wanted to go to Central Park and just like peep the chess players, like because some of them are elite and some of them are like crazy homeless people. Like I love that dichotomy.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I love that. Just seeing that, I feel like that's kind of New York in a nutshell.
Right.
Of like, excuse me, like crazy homeless guys who everyone knows and they're like local celebrities, but then also like some professor who's like a IQ 150.
Right.
He's just out there crushing people at chess.
Yeah.
And then you hand him a basketball and he's crossing people up. It's like, it's such a fascinating place. Like, I can't believe.
There's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. It's crazy in my 52 years that I haven't gone there ever. And we're in Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say where, but, somewhere between Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I lived on the West Coast for a while, so I've been to LA, Vegas, Orange County, a couple places in between there. I didn't travel much when I was out there because I was always just working.
Right.
But I just totally bypassed New York. Never been. Really would like to go.
That's sweet.
I think we should plan a trip.
Yeah.
I think we should go shoot some stuff. For real. No, with cameras. Not like people. I always wanted to come to Central Park. Everyone get on the fucking ground.
Right.
I think that would be fun though.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, here's an idea. Good, might be fun marketing for you, or it might be fucking stupid. Either way, you could tell me if it is. What if you do little like some Hot Wheels cars? Just get real tight close up, real nice visuals, and just
that'd be cool. There's like some people would do like ASMR type detailing content, and I want to get into that. That'd be cool. Just like a microphone on a brush or something like that, and real close up camera angles and different things, and just have like the spray bottle sounds. And
yes, that's exactly what I'm envisioning.
There's this whole theory that like the natural sound of content sometimes can drive the content a little bit more. So like, for instance, I have a video on my page a long while ago, maybe 2 years ago, where I literally am just using a pressure washer and spraying the side of a car. And the video, it's probably 10 seconds long of just me spraying, got like 2,000 views. And at the time, that was one of my higher viewed videos. And I asked the question of why. And it was literally just because I wasn't using a trending audio or a voiceover or anything. It was just the sound of
no
the birds
dialogue
in the background and the pressure washer. So sometimes like something like that ASMR content might drive the market a little bit more than something with the most trending audio and things like that.
Yeah. That's interesting, huh? No dialogue, just pressure washing.
Right.
Yeah. I do. I enjoy the like most satisfying videos of someone pressure washing a driveway, and you just see it go from like black to original concrete color, and or the detailing. Like I've watched a few detailing videos, so that's I'm into that. I think that's gonna be. I mean, it's already going really well for you, but I feel like the to the moon with that. Sky's the limit.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And then like I was saying to you earlier, like it's very satisfying to see that transformation. And to just make it clean. But then on top of that, you're doing fun stuff. You have a little bit of personality. You showed me the one where you guys were at a fire department cleaning the firemen's cars in dinosaur costumes.
Yeah. We try and switch up the content.
You got to switch it up. You got to sometimes just throw on a dinosaur costume and go to town,
Yeah, you never know. We always sit there and talk about different random like content that we could do. A good thing now is that like I have my car set up completely built out. So I have a water tank, I have a generator. So I can essentially do a car interior and exterior from literally anywhere.
Yeah.
So like I'll pull up to people's jobs and while they're on the clock, get their car done. So that's a good like content. It's a good thing with content. Like I can literally pull up, they can hand me the keys. People are in and out of the parking lots. We have a big sandwich board that we put out with all of our information on it. I usually set right behind the car so people can go by. They can scan the QR code on that. They can stop and ask me questions. And it's a lot of foot traffic and different things. So I got a lot of good clips and things like that through that.
Yeah, that's the way to do it right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. You got flexibility. You're advertising well. Every moment is a branding opportunity.
Right.
I saw a video of a guy who does that. I don't know where this was, but he was who came to a guy's house and was washing his car and detailing, and was going to do his buddies too. And someone from the HOA came over and started giving him shit. He was just like, "You can't run a business out of your house." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "You over here washing cars?" He's like, "I'm getting my car washed." He's like, "Well, there's a sign out front." He's like, "Yeah, he washes cars. He puts the sign out while he does it. Right. So you can't run a business out of your home." He's like, "I'm not running a bit. Are you retarded? What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Fine." He's like, "I'll put the sign away." He's like, "There, he'll put the sign away. What is your problem?" He's like, "But are those your cars?" He's like, "Yes, those are my cars, but they're in the yard. There's no rule that says I can't park it in the yard." He's like, "What about that one?" He's like, "That's my friend's car. My friend is here. He saw I was getting my car washed. He wants to get his car washed too. You can't run a business out of your house." He's like, "What? What are you not understanding?" And then he just starts cussing him out. And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" Like, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, those HOA people. I've seen a few videos of them too.
I couldn't do it, man.
Complaints.
I couldn't do it. I'd slap somebody. They could like, "Oh, you're not allowed to have begonias in your yard. You have tulips. You can have mom. You can have no begonias." I would drop kick that motherfucker right off my porch. I burned his house down. Sorry. If you're in an HOA, don't let me move in because I'm going to wreak havoc. I'm going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a rusted out car in my yard just cuz.
Right.
Just
it's your yard.
I don't want war. I want all the smoke. I don't want peace.
Searching for problems.
I'm a problem-seeking missile.
All right.
No, that's HOAs are dumb though. But what else been going on with you? What's anything new in your life?
I mean, nothing crazy. Start of a new year, so just taking a look at projections for all businesses, and we do an annual, like for detailing, we do an annual price increase. So like starting out, this is the start of our third year. So like we stick kind of close to like an hourly. Basically, if you break down like our pricing, our first year we were making around $40 an hour. Last year it was more around 50. Now we're looking around 55. So like for instance, an interior detail would usually take about 2 hours. We started out selling those at $80. Then last year it was 100. Now it's 110. So we usually issue out like a statement to all of our customers, let them know that we're going to do a price increase. And the good thing about it is obviously you make more. We gain more experience. We know what we're doing a little bit more, so we can charge a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we also are able to kind of cut the time down. So we're technically making a little bit more than that 55 an hour because we're doing them in a little less than 2 hours, where 2 years ago we were doing them in 2 hours. So we cut that down. And then also through that path, I forget what the specific numbers are, but there's a certain percentage. Basically, there's a chance that you'll lose customers, obviously raising those price points.
Yeah.
But you also bring in those higher ticket customers. You know, those people who are looking for something a little bit more high end. People might look at your prices, and if they're low, they could assume, if they're making a little bit more, that you're charging a little less because you're not necessarily giving them, the best.
With the price increase, you are improving the quality of the product as you're learning and growing. And there's that one, you ever see that buff business guy, Alex Hormozy?
Yeah.
I like his videos, and he's always like, charge more. It's like if you're I forget exactly what the stats are, how he worded it, but he's like, if your price is reasonable, you're not charging enough. If it's a good deal, you're definitely like, you're screwing yourself. Like, and some people are actually going to wonder why it's that cheap,
right? And
they're going to be scared to engage you. It's like, so just charge more, get good at it, and then people will feel better about paying that price.
So like, I broke it down. Essentially, it obviously depends on sales, but no matter what, we would make a few thousand more this year just off of raising those prices. One thing that people may not know is I'm currently studying marketing. I'm in my second year, but I'm also a finance minor. So I like to take a look at numbers. I've always been good with math and break down, pricing and different things like that. So
yeah, that's a good combo right there, because you're getting the skills to get them in the door, and then what's going on the back end,
right?
So nobody can screw you.
Yeah, it's the best thing.
Yeah, it's like you see all the moving parts of your business, and that's important to be successful.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a winning combo, I think. Do you have any like crazy stories from the detailing business, like crazy customer stories, or just something unexpected?
We get our fair share of unexpected things. I know my business partner Isaiah, he gets a lot more than I have. He's gotten like, can I be a little crazy?
I can be as crazy as you want. That's what we do here.
He's found like used condoms and like panties and different things in his arsenal, but I found like random like petting zoo food and like giant food pellets under the seats.
Yeah.
We'll find like, I found a fair share of like credit cards and debit cards where at the end of the detail, I'll give it to the client and they're like, oh, I've been looking for this for 8 months. Like I ended up having to get a new card and freeze this one. I thought I was going to get scammed and this and that. And like, we'll find items like that. Family pictures that were under the seat and got lost and people have been looking for, and an insane amount of change. There's times where we might find like $10 worth of coins. And we have we give our customers like thank you bags. So at the end of the detail, usually on the like center console, we have a flyer with like our information, and then it'll have a QR code asking for like a Google review. So they can scan that. We'll give them like 3 or 4 business cards on top of that, a pen or an air freshener. And then in the passenger seat, we'll set a thank you bag, and we'll put like anything that we found throughout the detail in it. So
cool.
There's times where I'll have like a bunch of change that I throw in the bag, and I'm like, oh, I found all this in your car, and we threw it in that bag for you and stuff like that.
A little treat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, you ever have to deal with any crazy Karens?
Have I? I mean, I've had a few people that came off a little smart, but no one crazy. Like I might kind of try and they'd be like, oh, what all are you doing today? And I'll break down what's going on, and they'd have a smart remark like, oh, I can't believe you do this, or you do all that out of your car, and different things like that, but nothing too crazy. Luckily, hopefully nothing. But
they're like, oh, you're a poor person, huh?
Right.
Doing all this out of your car. Couldn't afford a real truck? Couldn't afford a place of business?
Right.
You should be rich like me, honestly. You should just stop being poor. Have you ever had a cop like you're in there cleaning the floor or picking up the change, and the cop stop by and be like, what are you doing in that car?
The good thing is we're partnered with the city of Sharon, so we've done their police cars, so they all know us. We actually we've went and like pulled up to the station. One time, we got there probably 7 a.m. Ended up doing like 10 to 12 cruisers. Nice. Just a quick interior detail of all of them. So they actually had each officer come out, hand us the keys to their specific vehicle. We'd work on it, and then they'd come in, grab the car, swap them out. So we met all them through that. And then with the city of Hermitage, these are like, our two main like areas. City of Hermitage, I'm tied in with everyone, like the city managers and things like that. I do their vehicles. Haven't gotten lucky enough to do their police cruisers, but a lot of the cops and things over there, they know of us too. So
that's cool.
We never get stopped.
Yeah, that definitely helps. That's awesome. Yeah, you got a lot of like really good connections already.
Yeah, try to build them up.
Yeah. Do you did you like, how much of this is learned? Like, how much of these interpersonal skills are you getting from school? How much of it was just trial and error, and how much of it was like is just natural ability? Like, have you always been a talker? Have you always been good at just approaching people and getting a foot in the door or relating to people?
Yeah. So, I mean, like in high school, I had a few like communication classes and different things like that. And I always found that I kind of liked to talk in front of people. I feel like sometimes I can kind of tie like humor into conversations, but keep it very professional at the same time. Get someone to laugh, kind of break character a little bit. So I always enjoyed that. My senior year of high school, there is one of the programs at the place that I intern now, the Linden Point Development Corporation. We have the E-Academy, which is an entrepreneurial program for high school seniors. And you can get business college credits for the 2 semesters that we have the course.
Oh, that's sweet.
And essentially what you do is you're given a startup of 4 to 5 students, and you guys have to create a product that has never been created, a product or service. With that being said, you have to go through a whole like product analysis. You have to go to downtown and talk to different businesses and get money to actually fund what you're doing. You have to have people review your product and give you different, do little interviews and different things like that. A lot of paperwork. You have to actually break it down as if it's a real business.
Yeah, you're really putting them through the paces.
Yeah, you have to reach out to a manufacturer, get an actual working prototype. Then we have demo day at the end of the year. This it's the competition. There's usually about 30 students in the class, so 5 or 6 different groups, and you get to pitch your business. You have to pitch the financials. Take a look at some data, break down some charts, different things like that. You get about 5 to 10 minutes to pitch. You're in front of a panel of judges as well as a crowd.
Oh, wow.
and you get to take your chance at $5,000. So that was initially where we started the detailing business. It wasn't the startup that we had,
Yeah.
but
Oh, like
through
when you
that-
were a student, you did
yeah,
this?
I was in high school when we started. So we were both in the E Academy, Isaiah and I.
Oh, okay.
And so we had a startup that we were working with a few students from schools in that area. But then we also, like Fridays, we wouldn't have class. So we'd get out of high school around 12, and then you could essentially just go to work for the day or be done. But there's office hours at the E Academy. So we'd get out at 12 and go to the E Academy and spend 3 to 4 hours there breaking down the same steps that we were doing with our startup, but for, our personal business. So we sat there with our teacher, shout out Miss Katie. And she would break down the same stuff that we worked on that week, like with our actual startups, and have us do it, all the paperwork and everything for our personal as well. So we were kind of keeping up with both. And that taught us a lot of the business aspect. She taught us a lot of what we know now, whether it be marketing or just business in general. So yeah, the talking to people kind of came a little bit more natural, but then pretty much everything business I learned was through Katie.
Okay. And that gives you even more confidence when you're talking to new people, different connections, prospective clients.
Yeah, she's given me a lot of connections. She actually got me my first internship with the city of Sharon.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I actually got that internship probably a week and a half before I started college. So I was not even in college yet with my first internship. So.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, dude. You are a go-getter, man. So you got the detailing business, and that was the E Academy. That's through what was it?
Linden Point Development Corporation.
The Linden Point Development Corporation. That's a mouthful. I'm gonna mess that up at least 2 more times.
You can say LDC.
LDC. I like that.
So
that's because I'm LD.
Okay.
So that's helpful for me.
Yeah, we have the E Academy program. They essentially do a lot of their own marketing. They do a lot of events and stuff, new students every year. But then the 2 main programs that I focus on is the E Center, which is the building. We have 2 buildings. That's the building that I kind of home in. We are a business incubator. So we have a giant building full of suites. We have people who will come with their business and rent out that suite space. We have a few tenants who are like full-time. They're making really good money. And they have a giant suite with, boards and cubicles and different things like that. We have a lot of open suites. We have like our boardroom gets rented out weekly. People will come, like the city of Hermitage might come and rent out the boardroom and host a meeting in there. We host events in our main lobby area. We have a nice lobby. Our building is like 80% glass, so it's a really nice, like, natural look. You have giant glass walls and things, a lot of natural light coming in.
That's awesome.
Looks a lot pretty high tech. So we have that, and then we have
looks like it's straight out of
New York. Yeah, and then we have the our cybersecurity center, which is currently being built out. It is a classroom space that has about 30 setups in it, PCs, like full gaming setups, like really nice. We just built that out. And that will be a space for, like, it'll start out with like high school students being able to come in, learn cybersecurity. It will slowly adapt into something where they host like gaming tournaments and have
sweet.
Different age groups come in and do events and try and find different ways for it to bring in money.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I thought the cybersecurity center was where RoboCop went to recharge.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything there.
It's a really outdated reference. But that's awesome. Doing gaming tournaments, helping people learn how to use computers.
Yeah.
Old fucks like me. I know Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah.
It's pretty high level stuff, right?
There you go.
Task manager. I know how to send an email. I know the little paperclip guy. That's also a very dated reference. He taught me how to write a letter.
Yeah.
Oh God, man. So what is like? So what's the average day in the life of Q look like?
Yeah. So I have classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I usually don't have classes, so I spend a lot more time working. But during like the winter months when we're not detailing, I'll have like a Monday morning, I'll get up, It depends on the night before. A lot of times I'll get up around like 5:30 because I end up going to bed pretty early. Like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So 5:30 I'll get up, shower, head to work about 6:15. Work until about 9:30, 9:45. Then I have my first class at 10:10, marketing and public relations class. I get out of that class around 11. Finish that. I'll go back to work around 11. Work until about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Leave there. Go back to school.
So you're doing school, go work for a while, and then back to school?
Yeah, work, school. Get out at 2:15 and then wrap up my day. So those days I get about 4 to 5 like work hours, and then finish school by 2:15. I'll go home, get any work that needs to get done, relax for a little bit, and then around like 3:30, usually go to the gym. Finish there between like 4:30 and 5 o'clock, and then from there I'll either go relax or figure out what else needs done. But I have like a nice little setup in my room, like desk setup. So a lot of the time I find like just fun in editing. I might like hook my laptop up and just sit there and edit for a few hours, have that open, have some music, open, different things like that, and just chill, watch some YouTube, learn some stuff. Like to watch a lot of videos like related to social media and marketing. It's just more so not even necessarily to learn anything, but just for entertainment. Like you can learn just from sitting there and enjoying something.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's good if you can be entertained and it's relative to your life and what you're working on. That's a twofer.
But another thing I learned randomly from watching YouTube recently, this was probably a few months ago. I believe it was the CEO of Instagram. He was in a podcast, and he basically he shared that now the way that the Instagram like algorithm works is hashtags literally mean nothing. And
I've heard that.
I was gonna say a lot of people don't know that, and that's something that recently has kind of been a thing. So it's more so the content. I mean, obviously you want to drive it to a specific crowd.
Yeah.
So using keywords, that's the main thing in your captions, just using words that kind of relate to your content and the type of people that you want to drive in, and then also just your message, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But those hashtags they don't necessarily mean like anything at this point, which a lot of people assume like, oh, I'm gonna put 10 hashtags under this and they're gonna help, resonate to what I'm posting. But that was something that he recently kind of went out and said.
That's interesting. Yeah, I have heard that. I think I heard that on TikTok as well, which is like, it's hard to cut through all the bullshit because like every other video on there is just like, you don't have 1 million followers? Do this, do this, post like this, and then hit this button, and then use this kind of caption. It's like, but I have heard that the like hashtags mean nothing. Like personally, I can't really think of a time I've ever clicked on a hashtag.
Yeah, me neither.
There's no specific time comes to mind. So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. People are usually looking for, like you said, it's a certain type of content. They know what they want to see, or they're looking for a specific brand or channel, or they're just randomly scrolling and the algorithm picks it for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of different like SEO tactics you can use. Like, for instance, on Facebook, one thing that I kind of dabble with a little bit here and there, when you're creating like, I believe you can do it for photo and video content. Before you hit post, there's a section that says alt text, and it's essentially a spot for like if someone was watching your video and didn't, I don't know, or maybe a picture, and they were deaf and they couldn't hear your or blind and couldn't see what you were putting, it would describe the video to them. But the way that the SEO works is that like if you type in what the video is about there, that'll also boost the algorithm to the people that aren't deaf or blind or whatever, and still get like it still uses it as keywords. So like,
and you type that in where?
It'll be like on the post, usually like in the corner, it'll just say alt text. So I might type in like,
so that not only provides context for
those
visually
people,
impaired, but it also
helps boost like it's basically just like a keyword. It'll put it out, and so I might type in like, I mean, our target market is, we have a very narrowed down. It's like a woman between the age of like 30 and 38 with disposable income. That's essentially like our main our main market. That's usually what we get. A lot of like nurses who don't have the time to clean their cars, have a little bit of extra money, kids.
Oh, wow. That is very specific.
You know, they want someone to come do it. They usually don't really necessarily care about how much it costs, but they don't have the time to do it, or they're tired. And so like I might type in the alt text like car detailing for middle-aged women, or car detailing for moms.
Okay.
And something random like that will end up getting us like a little bit more views.
Yeah.
And so that's a little trick that I do. There's also like A and B testing where you can post like different captions. I've never really used that too much, but
yeah, I think I used that once.
You can, you know, post different captions and see what works. But we do that, and then I take a big look at like posting times. I schedule a lot of content through like Meta Business Suite.
Yeah.
But you can look at like the times where the majority of your people are on like those platforms and post at those times. So,
yeah, it'll give you the analytics of whatever specific demographic you plug in.
Yeah, so sometimes it's earlier in the day, other times it's later in the day. It just depends. But yeah, so I take advantage of that, and then those random little like SEO boosters.
Ah, interesting. I'm getting game here today, man. Young man's got knowledge.
Try and learn something new every day.
That's it. That's what's up. And I love, you know, I'm a big proponent of I mean, if you're not learning, you're dead. You know, you might as well just go ahead and crawl into your grave.
Right.
Because that's life, is learning every day. And I really I learn a lot from people your age. You know, like, you know, I'm a little bit older. I'm 70.
You're 51 earlier in the episode.
Yeah, it fluctuates. It's you know, some people are gender fluid. I'm age fluid. It's 2026. You do what you want.
Right.
But no, you know, it keeps you young, honestly. Like, you know, that's why I'm, you know, 59, but I still look like I'm, you know, 20. It's because I listen to the young folks, you know. I learn a lot. You know, it's a new world, and you gotta keep up. So I always tell people my age and older, like, don't think that, you know, I mean, there's lots of dummies out there,
right?
But there's dummies of all ages. You know, you're looking at TikTok or social media, whatever. You see brain rot, and you're like, oh, this generation is cooked, you know, as the kids say. But there's you know, a lot of people like you too that give me hope. There's a lot of young go-getters, and they understand today's language in a way that, you know, I barely do, or I'm trying to keep up with. So I'm you know, you can learn from people of all ages. You know, old people have, you know, maybe they're more grounded. They've been through a lot. They can teach you how to deal with the pressures of life. But then young people can, you know, keep just kind of keep you in the game, keep you, you know, help you learn the language of today's generation and today's business, and, you know, things that will help you stay relevant in whatever avenue you want to be, whatever your business is, or your demographic, your, you know, personal affairs, you know, whatever you're doing in life, whatever cool shit you're into. Young people can help you stay relevant in that cool shit.
And that's one thing that like I can appreciate is like a lot of times older people, they might look at someone like my age or a little bit younger and say like, oh, they can't teach me anything, you know?
Which is silly.
And it goes, I mean, it can technically go both ways. There are a lot of younger people who are a little bit more entitled.
That's true.
But yeah, there's a lot of those older people who might think that, you know, they can't learn anything else. And so when there are people who can kind of appreciate those younger people and say, you know, I could probably teach them a thing or two, but they could also teach me something. It makes like conversation a lot more natural, a lot more smooth. And, you know, you don't want to talk to someone who is like, oh, you know, I knew that, you know, kind of like, you know, oh, really, you know, and
nobody likes to know it all.
Right. Keeps it natural. And, you know, you could, like you said, learn a thing or two. So,
yeah. It's like I know people who on one side, like, they don't even want to talk to an 18, 19-year-old. They'll like, it's like they're not even a person, you know. They will basically completely ignore them, or they'll be, you know, snarky with them. And I'm like, what? You know, why? You were 18 or once, you know, like, didn't you hate it when older people treated you that way?
Yeah.
Like you weren't shit, like you didn't know anything, like, oh, come back and talk to me when you're 40. You're going to be dead. You're going to be 80 or you're going to be dead. What do you want to talk about? And then you'll be like, oh, you're only 40. What do you want to talk to me about? It's such a silly way to go through life. And then on the other end, like you said, there's people, late 30s, 40, 50 who are like, game's kind of over for like, whatever I'm doing now is what I'm going to be doing. Like I can't learn anything else. And that's sad to me. Like I feel like I still have some of my best years ahead of me. And like, I know people my age. I literally had a friend who was like, like there's no way I'm going to be where I want to be. Like it would have happened by now, like I'm not going to basically achieve the goals that I want. I'm like, that's horrible. That's
not the way to live.
Yeah. You gave up. Like,
right.
It's like, okay, maybe just move the slider a little bit and adjust what your goals are. Like,
right.
Am I going to be, who I thought I was going to be or wanted to be when I was 12? No, I'm not going to be like a rich, famous superstar billionaire.
Yeah,
probably, but I could potentially still be a millionaire or at least, just comfortable.
All right.
Just doing something that matters, that like, I could create something that is mine, that I'm proud of, that helps other people, that adds value to the world. Especially if you simplify it like that, you can fill in the details later. But if you have simple, realistic goals, then that can look like whatever you want it to. It's what you thought was your life was going to look like when you're 12 never is the case. Almost never is the case. But if you're 35 and you're still not where you want to be, all right, adjust some of these goals, add in you have new information now. So, maybe you're not going to be a famous actor, but you have enough money to get a few cheap cameras. You could start making your own stuff on YouTube, start writing your own thing. Maybe you can coach, whatever it is, you have to adjust for the times, and you just got to always keep moving, man.
Right.
Giving up is not an option.
Yeah. And it starts like day to day. You can't sit here and say, oh, in the next, 3 years, I want to look like this. What are you going to do today to get to there? Right?
That's it. Yeah.
So, just narrow it down and get out there. Get as much as you can done. I was 17, 18 years old going to networking events like I was telling you, or volunteering out in the community, talking to people that were double my age easily by far. Like just the youngest other person there was, double my age. And I've met some of the greatest people I know through, those networking events and through volunteering in my community. We actually had a water fire, if anyone's familiar with that. In downtown Sharon. It was going on for, I think, about 14 years. And there was a point where I was the marketing manager for Waterfire.
And what is Waterfire?
It's essentially an event we would host twice a year during the summer. We have our downtown. It connects through the Shenango River. And we would have people out on boats. It would kind of be a night of market, essentially. We would close off the streets. There would be vendors out there, food trucks, music, like live entertainment, a bunch of things like that. They would light the torches and have some higher up people from the community come and speak and show their face. And it would drive 10,000 people in like every event. And yeah, there was a point where just from getting out there and marketing or in networking and different things, I ended up being the marketing manager, and help them a little bit with, having a younger face in there a little bit. Yeah. Drive a little bit more motivation. That was there was two main things that they kind of liked when I originally went and talked to them. The first one was I was born and raised in Sharon. I've been here my entire life. So to have an event that resonated or originated in Sharon and have someone who is like from the heart of Sharon actually help run it, they really love that. And then also just having someone who was ambitious and a bit younger, they love that too. Everyone there was 30s, 40s, and they had been doing it for 10 plus years, and they were getting a little bit tired of it. They wanted to be able to take a break. They had volunteers who would go out in the boats to help light the torches and stuff who were in their 50s because no one else could do it. So having someone who was younger with a little bit more energy, it was good to have someone on the table. So I was happy to help them.
That's cool. I mean, I would think if I was planning an event like that, like that's what I would want. Like I would be like, all right, we need, on our board, at least 2 people 18 to 25.
Right.
We want it to be fresh. We want new ideas, and younger people just tend to have an easier time thinking outside of the box. Just
for sure.
Being creative, they, not to sound negative, but like, life hasn't like beat them down yet. You know what I mean? You still have that optimism in you. And I me personally, I've been through plenty, but I still feel pretty optimistic and creative. I still, don't feel a lot of constraints on the way I approach things. But I feel like that's kind of rare at my age. Like a lot of, like we were just talking about, like people who tend to give up and they think what they're doing is what they're gonna be doing. And there's not really much, what's the point of focusing on anything new or anything outside of that? Like, excitement is naive and immature, and I hate that. That's why you need young people around you, like to keep those ideas fresh, to keep just like trying shit, because young people like just keep trying shit, like throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. I love that attitude. That's important. So if I was going to do something like that, I would be like, no, the young people are taking the reins on this. You have someone there with experience to help you with, navigate the, I guess, like the day-to-day, like, oh, okay, these are the logistics. This is what works out scheduling wise. Here's what's going to make it easier for you. Some people are going to be doing this. You don't need to micromanage them. Other people are, to avoid complete chaos and make sure the customers get a good experience, you're going to want to be hands-on with this. These kind of people, you can let them do their own thing. You need guides, on the trail, but you need young people to blaze a new path. I don't know if that analogy really worked out, but it sounded good in my head.
It sounded motivational.
I think, yeah, you got to be a trailblazer, okay? All right? There's no I in team, but there's 2 of them in winning.
Well, there's an M and E.
That's right. There is. There's an I in victory, all right? But there's a we in wiener.
There is.
Yeah, there's something in there somewhere. I don't know. Okay. Play it back. It'll make sense. That's water fire in Sharon, Ohio. Wow. Water fire in Sharon, PA. Check it out. Do you or any of the companies work with, any of your associates, affiliates, have any like ideas, any plans, dreams for expansion? Like, would you like to take water fire or some other concept, the E Academy? You ever thought about like taking that to a bigger market, New York, LA, Columbus, Pittsburgh?
Yeah. So, water fire, it actually, I want to say a few months ago, they kind of issued a statement saying that they're kind of slowing things down there. They're still continuing. I'm not necessarily, doing too much with them now, but they still are keeping up with like social media and stuff. So I don't know if they're kind of shifting things. But it was kind of a loss of like communication. It was pretty hard for them to balance everything. So it ended up kind of dying out a little bit, but they still continue to keep up with things and have, the volunteers and everything helping the community. But that event, I forget where it originated. There was some state that had something known as water fire, like 15, 20 years ago. And there's like 100,000 people that attend that yearly. Like it's huge. So they kind of started it as a play on that, essentially. So I'm not completely sure what they're doing with that program. As far as like the E Academy, I don't know of too many programs that are like it. But there are, like, constantly, Katie, the program director, she goes out to different counties and different things, reaching out to new people that could potentially come and be a part of the program. And I think starting soon, we're going to try and get juniors and seniors to be able to do it, not just juniors.
Okay.
So you might be able to go for 2 years, or at least get it done your junior year and still get college credits a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So there's always little tweaks and things that can be done to make it a little bit more convenient and get the outreach out a little bit more. But you know,
because that seems like something that would be totally scalable. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you get the formula just right. You can package that, take it to cities all over the country, you know, maybe the world.
Right.
But in the water fire thing, I feel like that would work in any city that has water. Like if they have like Pittsburgh, 3 rivers, that'd be huge. You know, 3 times the water, you know, you could do 3 times the fire, have fireworks, torches, all that, just light stuff on fire. You know, Chicago, you know, I feel like that would work. There's all the cities around Lake Erie. I mean, I feel like a river works better because it kind of goes through the city and you have motion. But I feel like any place that has a body of water, that sounds like a cool event.
Yeah, it is.
I got to check that out.
Yeah, it was sweet. Water
fire. Catch us this year recording live at Water Fire in Sharon, PA, not Ohio. I definitely want to do like some on location stuff.
Yeah, it'd be sweet.
I'm planning that for this year. You know, I got the lav mics, got the gimbals, all that stuff. So it's in preparation.
That's sweet.
It's gonna happen. You know, I'm planning a trip to Chicago. I want to do something there.
It's cool.
Details to come soon.
Yeah.
I'd like to do Miami just because I love Miami and it's very affordable to travel there. You know, and you can kind of just whatever it's such a beautiful backdrop anywhere you go. You bring a couple mics, couple cameras, and do your thing.
Right.
There was a dispensary I went to that let me film some stuff there. They were just like, yeah, sure, go out on the patio, do whatever you want. I was like, you guys are so cool. Like, thank you. Like, but yeah, that's I definitely want to get into doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, California, I still got friends out there.
Yeah, that's nice.
There's a guy I follow on YouTube, Brett Conti, and he does like cool travel videos of like, some of them are just like, you know, check out Bali, it's really cool. But he also does like themed ones where it's like, here's what $100 can get you in Vietnam.
Right.
Here's what $100 can get you in Madrid, whatever. Like, you know, here's what $1,000 can get you. And he'll do like different tiers of like,
yeah, it's cool.
You know, here's places you can travel for super cheap and have like a really nice time. So he goes to Vietnam. I want to say it was Hanoi, and he stays in this lavish like palace hotel where everything's gold.
Yeah.
Everything's gold phone on the wall, gold sheets, like silk sheets, gold toilet, literally a gold toilet. And it was $100 a night. It was like amazing.
Yeah.
Like you can afford $100 a night. Save a little bit of money, put $1 away every day, $5 every day you work, and go to Vietnam, live like a king. Of course, the plane ticket's going to be a little bit more. That's the most expensive part, but you can fly there for under $1,000. And then you could live like a king for $100 or $50 a night. Like, I love stuff like that. So I want to do more of that. Like I went to Peru, and it was $40 a night to stay in like very nice 1-bedroom apartments.
It's nice.
On the beach. So like I stayed in a few different ones. I was moving around, and I was like 4th floor on the beach, 10th floor on the beach, 11th floor on like literally there's a coastal highway that goes along I'm on the other side of that street looking out my window at the sand. Like, amazing. $40 a night. You're on the beach.
Can't beat it.
Oh, it's amazing. Do you have you done a lot of traveling?
I mean, not too crazy. I have like little family vacations every year, but my dad's scared of planes, so
oh really?
We got to keep it within driving distance. We actually did our furthest trip. I believe it was this summer to like Orlando, in that area. I went to Disney. Is that Disney World or Disneyland? Disney World.
That's World, yeah.
Yeah. So I went there for the first time. My brother was fresh 6 years old, so he was able to go, and
oh wow,
that was nice for him. And go to a few different places out there. But been out to Tennessee. I love Tennessee. I've been there a few different times. Where else have I been? I just went, or no, actually that was 2 years ago that I went to Florida. Last year I went to Indiana which was interesting. I actually ended up leaving. I drove myself out there.
Yeah.
I left a few days before the rest of my family, but they went to like the Chicago area as well.
You just got tired
Some
of them, huh?
Detroit.
You had enough.
Actually, I had through my internship, I had a podcast at the time, Q&A podcast, and we had a few like important episodes to film. So I ended up leaving a little early. Had my son with me, my dog Zero.
You named him Zero after A Nightmare Before Christmas?
I don't know why I named him Zero. To be honest, I wanted a different name. I was thinking a number, and Zero was the first one that came to mind. But yeah, so brought him with me. He was out there, got to travel a little bit. He's very well trained. He's young though. He's about 1.5 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like off leash trained and everything. So he was able, like when we got out there, he's able to run around in the yard and different things like that. He's good.
Nice. Yeah, you do that in California, some Karen will absolutely call the cops on you. They're big on leash laws out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? He's not bothering anybody. What do you? If you train your dog, you should be able to let him do whatever.
Yeah, my dog can. If I tell him to sit and stay, and a dog walks by, he's not gonna, charge at the dog or anything like that. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. There's, so when you got 10 million people in a city, like,
right,
a lot of them are idiots, or just crazy, and they don't take good care of their dogs or train them well. So, but I don't know. I'm more for freedom. Let people give people a chance to fuck up. Don't just make rules and laws like can't do anything.
Yeah,
you just can't do it. You can't fuck up if we just don't let you do anything. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm for small government. I'm now announcing I'm a Republican. I'm throwing my hat in for the nomination. No, I'm kidding. It is funny though. Like I hate the whole two-party system. I've talked about this. Like I'm not a big fan of the tribalism and it's corporate gang warfare, I call it. You got Kendrick Lamar said it, Republicans versus the Democrats. Like it's the same. It's just red versus blue. I hate that. But I kind of like take things on a case by case basis. Like I want the government to not be in our business. Yeah. Which I guess is traditionally a conservative value. It should just be, common sense, I think. But I'm left on a lot of things. Like, should leave women, whatever women do with their body is their business. Whatever you do in private is your business. Like, it's really kind of, so, let her handle her body and her personal space. You want privacy. You want people not to tell you what to do. Like, right. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts?
I mean,
we don't have to get political if you don't want, but
no, I feel like there's definitely aspects of both sides that are very much reasonable.
Yeah.
There are parts to each that you look at and you wonder why, you would also believe in that. So,
yeah. Cause I mean, being, in business, I would imagine like, you probably would be I don't want to say anti-regulation, but like you want the freedom to operate and make money.
Yeah.
And kind of tailor your business in a way that you see fit. You want reasonable regulations.
Yeah.
You don't want people telling you like, oh, well, you can only wash cars on this side of the street between 6 and 2. And right. It's like, just let me get out there and do my thing. If I'm not hurting anyone, I'm not bothering anyone. Leave me alone. Yeah. And if I do something wrong, whatever, give me a warning, fine me, whatever, whether it's, HOA or, the government, if I'm doing it on a private street I'm not supposed to, whatever, come tell me and I'll fix it. I'll move. Right. But like, yeah, I'm a big fan of freedom of, thought, freedom of movement, freedom to get out there and do your thing.
Yeah.
But then on the other side, you're catering to young and middle-aged women, so you probably want to. There's some more liberal values there. You want to relate to them, and you want to be sensitive to their needs and their thoughts and beliefs. So you don't want to force them to have abortions. I've got to take it a little extreme there, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. There's stop being so damn political, everyone politicizing everything. You don't have to pick a side. You know, this is the country of the red, white, and blue.
Right. That's true.
Let's not forget the white. It's not what. Cut that. That's the part that ties the red and the blue together. Okay.
It does.
All right. You can't have the flag without all three. Because then it's just whose flag is just red and blue? What is that, like Poland or something?
It's a good question.
I don't know, but we're not Poland. We're America.
Yeah.
Is your family mostly? Do they have a side? Are they Democrats, or they don't really give a shit?
I mean, I feel like everyone thinks that everything's bullshit, to be honest with you.
I like that.
So,
I get along with your family.
Yeah, regardless of who's who, everyone's like, I'm this side, but I don't believe half the shit that, they're standing for. So, it's really hard to pick a side.
It's just rich people moving the goalpost.
It is, yeah.
Trying to stay rich and keep us poor.
Yeah, it's really the only difference.
Yeah, but not this guy. You're out there. You're gonna get to that green one way or another.
Fingers crossed.
That's right. That's right. Can't keep a good man down. What else you got going on? You got any other extracurriculars? You like to play basketball? You like to spend time with your family? You have a lady, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah? How do you make time for her with all the things you got going on?
Yeah, so she does nails and stuff too. So she has days where she's busy with that, and then
okay. Do you want to shout out her? She have a
Liv's Nails.
Liv's Nails. Check them out.
She tailors to a younger crowd, like high school and college students right now. It's not necessarily what she wants to do long term, but she is good at it. So it's kind of more so something she does on the side. She's going through nursing school right now.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of the time she's busy with all of that. But we spend, when we can, we spend time together later in the afternoon. Some days where we both have the full day free, we'll hang out. Or like we might meet up at like a Starbucks and just sit down and work. But, we're both there.
Oh, okay. So sometimes your hangout time is spent working mutually.
Yeah,
I like that. That's and I've always thought that, but that's another Hormozy thing of like, if you have a partner who's cool with just sitting down quietly getting some work done, doing chores together, like,
right.
I've always believed like it's not what you're doing, it's who you're with. You know, not to sound corny and cheesy.
It's true.
But yeah, that's real shit. Like if my buddies want help moving or like painting or something like that, I'm like, dope. You know? Let's get a 6-pack and hang out.
Right.
Let's get, why not get some shit done while we're hanging out?
Exactly.
That's awesome to me.
Yeah. Builds memories.
Yeah. Hey, exactly. You're there for the memories. And so I really like that you guys, and it shows that you're supporting each other in whatever you got going on. Yeah. She's invested in your business. Not just you as a person, but that aspect of your life. She's supportive, wants to be involved on some level and vice versa.
Right. Yeah.
So that's cool. And you said Liv's Nails, is that in Sharon also?
Yeah, it's in Sharon.
Okay. And you get yourself a nice Manny once in a while. Let her get you pretty.
Yeah, she hooks me up and I get her car in every once in a while. So
okay, yeah. Synergy.
Yeah.
Huh? See how that works? I got a petty not even a week ago. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Took my sisters, got my toes done. I didn't do the clear coat. I did the clear coat one time, but then it started wearing off after like a week, and then it was all like patchy and chipped, and it looked worse. Yeah. They did a good job on the toes, but I don't do the clear coat anymore. Maybe I need the gel coat.
Maybe.
I don't know. Something a little more robust. But no, they do a good job. They get you with the scrub, exfoliate, rub your feet, rub your calves, cut all the nastiness off your toes. The first time I ever went, I'm going to be gross for a second here, but it's like I did martial arts, and like, so my feet have always been like messed up. I don't do it anymore. They're a lot softer now, but I had like thick calluses on my feet, and crooked toes and nasty nails. Like, the first time I did it, you could see the guy, like, he was disgusted. He does this every day for his whole life. And he looked at my feet and was just like, and I could, he was speaking Chinese, Mandarin, or whatever it is. I'm not smart enough to know, but you could tell he was talking shit. Yeah. I was cracking it. He was just like, wait, whatever. That's probably racist, but he was just like talking to these people, like kind of chuckling and then just being like, like you could just tell from the tone. He was just like, this motherfucker is nasty. Oh shit. And there was like at least bigger than a baseball. I want to say probably softball size pile of stuff that came off of my feet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It looked like Parmesan cheese. Disgusting. It's not that bad anymore because now I go like twice a year.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's good though that you do make time for your lady. You got any big plans for Valentine's Day, which is either this weekend or 6 months ago? We never let them know when we're filming.
Right. Yeah. So we're both busy day of, but for the day after, we'll probably go grab dinner, and then recently so I have my dog, she has her dog. A lot of the times if I'm at home, my dog might be with me or he'll stay with her, different things. But her dog was just in the hospital. He had something wrong with his eye. Oh. So I paid it. Actually, we'll just say that I was the one that inflicted it on accident. I was messing around with both of the dogs, whipping a towel around, and I ended up hitting his eye, and I like scratched his cornea. So that was a little bit of a vet bill. So I paid that, and then I'll give her a couple dollars. She's assuming that I'm not giving her anything because I paid for that, but I told her I did it. I'm gonna pay for it. So
oh my god, I might cut that and just say you accidentally poked the dog in the
she just told
trying to get you more customers.
She told the vet that that he just got hit with the towel. So but I was just messing around. They were running around getting the zoomies and everything. It happened to hit him in his eye, but he never reacted to it really. It just
you tried to give him a little.
You could see a little film over it. So ended up having to go and get that checked out. But he's good now. That was probably about a week and a half ago. So give her cards, some chocolates, flowers. I bought her like every Lego flower pack that they have. So I usually don't get her real flowers because she has so many that last forever that are up in her room.
Okay. I didn't even know Lego made flowers.
Yeah, she has like she took a real vase and then all the flowers that she's built and like put them in there. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. They're like $80 packs too, and I've probably bought like 5. But
wow. That's almost $400.
Yeah. So there's that. Got her some flowers, and then we'll exchange gifts and relax. And,
that's cool. Yeah. What are you doing for dinner? Hibachi?
I have no idea. Originally, I was gonna just bring over food in the morning. But she said she wants to go somewhere. We might do that in the morning. Now we don't know. It depends on.
Maybe get over there early, surprise her with a little breakfast in bed.
Yeah, I was going to do that, but I don't know. She said that she actually wants to dress up and go sit down somewhere. So
okay.
We'll see.
Maybe a nice T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape.
She's very picky, but it'll probably be like chicken tenders and french fries.
For breakfast?
Oh, I mean, not for breakfast. If any other time.
That's so, what is... That's one thing I don't understand about your generation. What is the obsession with chicken tenders and fries?
It's so versatile. I don't
know. All the people your age that we work with are like, I'm a picky eater. Yeah. Chicken tenders and fries. I'm like, but that's not. I mean, is that picky or is that just simple?
It's just simple, I think.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with chicken tenders and fries. You know, they have some good ones at that place, but. It's like everyone, they all will go to order food at the same time and they all get chicken tenders and fries like 9 times out of 10.
It's because you can't mess it up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of food that, I mean, even sometimes the fries might be like over salted or something like that. But like some of those other foods like the burgers and things, there's a lot more of a risk of, it not coming out the way you wanted it. So
yeah, that's true. It is hard to mess that up.
When you're just putting them in the air fryer or in the fryer from a bag.
Yeah, you know exactly how long.
It's going to taste the same every time.
Every time. Consistency. Yeah. There's beauty in simplicity.
Yes, there is.
And safety and consistency. Mm-hmm. And we all want to feel safe.
All right.
That's it. We want to feel safe. We want to feel loved.
Yep.
We want to feel some boobs. No, we're good. What? What did I? That building kind of looks like a piano. Oh, he missed it.
I didn't see it.
He missed it. It had like keys.
That's
All the windows had like windows within the windows, like white. They were lit up, but then there was like windows in the middle that looked like the black keys. It was
sweet.
Pretty cool. Ooh, time lapse.
Those are cool. I like these type of videos.
Yeah, I figure since you're such a go-getter businessman, you're big city Q. You're gonna be running the city.
Hopefully, yeah.
You know, I could definitely see you in a big city.
Mm-hmm.
I think, even if it's not for keeps, if you go and learn how to master bigger markets, then you can bring that knowledge backwards and just run shit.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah. But I think you can run shit wherever you go. I think you got the skills and the know-how and the attitude that I think you're gonna. I mean, you're already successful. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. It's I haven't known you that long, but I've enjoyed talking to you, and you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders.
Try.
Yeah. And with that being said, you know what it's time for. Mm-hmm.
What's it time for?
It's time for a little segment that we do every time on this show, and I like to call it Just Drawing.
I'm a terrible drawer.
All right. Let's draw. Let's do extreme activities with your pet.
Okay.
Sound good to you?
Yeah.
All right. So something extreme involving a pet or just animals in general.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get to it. I ever tell you about the stripper in Vegas who like shut down the club because she made it clap so loud?
No, did not.
It was insane. She was as thick as molasses in January. Okay. El finito. Well,
nothing special.
Well, it's up to you. I always give the guest the choice. Would you like to go first?
I can.
Up to you. You can go first or last.
Mine is basic, but one extreme thing is my girlfriend's family owns a camp, so they have a bunch of like dirt bikes, snowmobiles, 4-wheelers, everything.
Hell
There's
yeah.
me, obviously in black, on an Arctic Cat snowmobile. There's my dog Zero. I put a little gauge over here, 70 miles per hour. That's about as fast as I usually go.
That's pretty extreme.
70 to 75, and he'll run and chase the snowmobiles around trails that are a couple miles long while it snows and everything else.
Snowmobiling with the dog. Okay. Yeah. I was worried there because I thought maybe that was a leash and you were just like dragging him.
Oh, no. He tries to keep up. I mean, we slow down for him, but he runs around and has his fun. Yeah?
You ever let him drive?
I don't know if I'd be here to tell the story. So.
I mean, you never know unless you try. He might surprise you.
Hey, man.
So all the dots then are snow, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just did a bunch, and then he's happy, but he's really not putting in that much work, obviously, because it's
so it's not melting. Yeah,
he's kind of just chilling.
You've heard of black ice, now you've seen black snow.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. We're pro black here. You got to do it. All right. Go ahead and hold it up one more time for the fine people to see. Right up to the camera there. We'll give a nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Give it this camera too.
There you go. Yeah. Angles.
Flip it this
Hit the motherfucking angles. Perfect. People want to see it. They're going to love that. They're going to eat that shit up.
Said it.
Everyone loves a cute little doggy. And everyone loves extreme sports, so it's a win-win. Hell yeah.
Hold the cup.
So what I have drawn is skydiving. I also went with a dog. It's not my dog or anyone's dog in particular. It's just a guy. His name is Rupert.
Okay.
With his dog Sheldon. And they are skydiving. And
is that Rupert?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Rupert. And there's the plane. Mm-hmm. That's the runway down there, the little street, and there's a bunch of little trees throughout. But as you can see here, Rupert is saying Rutro because Sheldon is saying Rutro because Rupert's chute has not opened. Yeah. So yeah, it was a rough day for Rupert. And very traumatic for Sheldon. He
died to fall damage.
Yeah, extreme fall damage. So there will be no part 2 with Rupert and Sheldon. No. That's about as extreme as it gets. But he died doing what he loved.
That is true. Yeah.
He died doing what he loved. And that's what's important, is spending time with your loved ones, doing things that you love, and just spreading the good word.
Right.
Go with God.
Yeah.
Do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. So I feel pretty good about that. We love animals on the show.
Yes, we do.
We love doggies. We love lizards, birds, crocodilians, pandas, everything except cats. Really, I don't really like cats.
Yeah, I mean, I've found a soft spot for them, but nothing crazy. I wouldn't own one.
I'm like severely allergic, so
that makes sense.
I'm a little bit biased, and I think they know that too because they're always coming up trying to just rub their ass in my face, and I'm like, shoo, and they
come closer,
and then you just punt them across the room.
Yeah,
just joking. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, so that was fun. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Nothing much, really.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like it'd be cool to pop back up in like 6 months.
Absolutely.
Give them a little, what's been going on.
Please.
What's been going the right way. What's been, maybe needs a little bit more work and
absolutely
progress.
Yeah. I definitely, I want to do like more serious stuff. I mean, joking around is what I do, but we can talk business and be serious and still throw some jokes in there.
Right.
Probably more family friendly jokes. Try and keep it PG-13.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a pleasure having you. I definitely want to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you for coming. You want to go ahead and hit those plugs one more time?
Yeah, so excuse me, for anything detailing related, it's IQ Mobile Details on any platform. That's TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Any of those. It's also, you could also look up Crafted Strategies with a Q on the same platforms there. And then on more of a personal level, you can follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn at just Quentin Lee Jr. Keep up with, what I have going on. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Check him out. Procure his services. If you need some business advice, some mentorship, some guidance, he's your guy. He's going to be running shit, so get in on the ground floor because today's price is not tomorrow's price.
That's true.
So get in on the ground floor and he's the man. He's all business, but not here because here
we're just joking.
All right. It was packed on a Friday night. Music was blasting. Everyone was yelling. And you could hear her ass clap over all of that to the point where people stopped talking and looked at her.
Mm.
It was insane.